Hello, everybody, and welcome. My name is Nikos Nikolaou. You can call me Nick, and this is my presentation on the immersion on educating students through VR. It's actually a project that I created with the ITMA Lab. It's an application that we created to educate students to avoid natural disaster on school using Oculus or any other type of technology. We're going through the table of contents. We're going to talk about all of them while we keep going through the slides. So the table of contents, starting with the definition of immersion on VR education, the benefits, the negatives in education through virtual reality, the usage of the different sectors of the education, and the conclusion and the references we're going to see last on the slides. Starting off with a definition of immersion, what's the meaning of that? I added two of them, which is really important through technology and VR. With the VR and actually in technology, you can go to other locations using the Oculus and other type of technology. You can explore other countries like viewing all of the beauties of the countries and learn more of that. This is how I can explain it to the one. Number one, so you can actually change the location and be in there. And the second is change to reality, which is actually you can go there. You can see it's like real. It's like the reality of the place that you can explore using the technology, which is really important for educating students. To learn about other cultures and other countries. We're going to talk in the future, in next slides, about the history of other countries that you can explore. Next, we're going to see a picture from the project that I created. It's the second chapter. It's an immersion of VR education. Here we're going to talk about the application that we created for the students. You can see in the picture the one of the two natural disasters that occurred on this project. It's like you're in a school on the class, and suddenly fire starts to run on the class, and you can see a pointer that they can use to get out of the building, or you can choose different paths to the building. So students can educate themselves actually to escape the class safely. Um, so you can see actually there are four pointers right there. Um, so it helps actually students using VR technology on school, which is really important nowadays. They can educate themselves. Actually, they can teachers can educate students through games like this. It's an application that's like a game, but it's an educational game that the students can do or can begin with on class. Uh, this is an easier way to educate and understand themselves in on school or on home from students because I believe using technology in this type of ages can help students understand easier using images and other types of gadgets and effects. And as I said before, they can educate themselves from home if they have the technology to use. Like students can buy an Oculus really cheap, with the phone they can use with Google Lens, can educate themselves from home using this application, or they can use it on a laptop or tablet, anything else that they can use without an Oculus. It's the same to educate themselves. So, what are the benefits of the VR education? The benefits are they can be prepared for a real natural disaster that may occur on the school, on class. They can like automatically react to what's going to happen when a natural disaster happens. It's really easy to understand, like they can use this type of technology to understand easier than reading of books, actually, because technology is what students love and what new ages younger ages actually like to begin with when they're growing up. And third of all, they can like familiarize technology. They can actually start learning from a young age to use technology in different sectors that we're going to talk about in the future. This is a way to learn technological stuff and to prepare themselves to learn more about this type of technology through the classes they're going to go through. So before we can start saying about the usage of the different sectors, we also have the negatives on the VR education, which can occur because students are really young age. They didn't grow up really fast to understand stuff and to actually have a proper growth. It's actually really bad for their health. It can cause health problems because technology doesn't have only benefits, it has also negatives because from all the disease that they can take from technology, like eye problems, they can have problems with their eyes or with their brain if they're using Oculus lots of time, causing them some headaches and other problems. The next one is the addiction that may be addicted to this type of virtual reality games that will stop them to grow properly and have some actually actual some actual problems through communicating with other people in the future that may cause this. And the other negative, which is apart from the other two, is they other countries cannot have this type of gadgets like countries in Africa, which they are poor countries and cannot use this equipment, and it's a huge problem for those types of countries using this technology because it can help students through around the world. And this is one negative thing that they can't buy the gadgets and all the equipment to connect and able to use this type of application. So what are the uses of the virtual reality, the Oculus, and this type of technology in different sectors on the education? As I said before, they can get used to other lessons like history, which they can travel back in old years. They can learn the history of other countries all around the world using only VR headset or any other type of technology. They can learn lots of stuff using this type of technology without needed to read books without images because children and students in this type of age need to watch some images to understand better, not only words. And the usage of this technology will help them a lot to understand the history of its country. They also can be used in astronomy, like to discover other planets of a galaxy, like see if it could be life in Mars or any other type of planets, discover and to learn more about the other planets like the sun, the moon, and other types. instead of using books, which is easier with VR technology to understand more about the planets and the different cultures of its countries. They can students can see through this technology what type of food or other cultures religion and other types of stuff that they can see in other countries what they have through this technology. And it's easier to do that so with this application, the other types of application. And yes, this is the type of usage in different sectors of uh, the other different type sectors of the education. So this is the conclusion. So what we learned today was three types of stuff. Actually, the benefits. First of all, it's easy to learn because you can easier. It's easier to use, and it's really understandable, and it's really enthusiastic to use this type of tools because it's new to the students, and the students like the technology, so it's easier to learn any type of thing that this application can share. It's easy to educate themselves from home. If they didn't understand anything from the class, they can repeat it from home using the application because it's listed in the internet and they can use it whenever they want. And the preparation from the students is the important part of this application because, as we said before, they can use it to help themselves in difficult situations like earthquake and wildfires in class and on school. How do they react and how they're gonna help themselves and their peers actually. So this is the references that I used to help myself and to create this project. You saw them before in the different slides that I added the references down below. And this is the project. Thank you so much for watching. I hope it helped you a lot. This was my presentation. If you would like to see the application that we created on your own, you can send me a message and I will share it to you as soon as possible. If you would love to see the application through the VR education to students. Thank you for watching. I hope you have a nice day, night. See you in the next project.